Hey guys, it's your boy Cryptomanic with a new update. This time it's going to be a macro update. So I will give you a nice overview over what can happen over the next few weeks, months. So as you can see, BTC broke down. It broke down. We lost this level at our range at 28.5 and we lost the level on the daily and got a pretty big dump, so it has been now 27%. I think this daily candle, it's like 18%. It's one of the biggest daily dumps since the COVID crash, if I remember correctly. Yes, and for now we are just above 2017 high, kind of front-runted and gave a nice 8% pump. So there's always the opportunity to play bounces, and sometimes we don't even get bounces, as you can see. Rejected here, got this retest, bearish retest here, didn't even get our 28.5 level, and then got this big dump without any bounce. So for now I'm still waiting for the 2017 high to be retested, or at least give a going to front run it. So I think 20.5 can be a nice long or buying opportunity for spot. So like this whole area is a nice spot buy for BTC. Why am I saying that? It's because of the risk return. Because if we are going to lose the 2017 high or anything below 20k, the macro is looking really bad and we are going to see some huge sell pressure. So I can guarantee you that not 100%, but on-chain shows that a lot of options strike prices at 20k and big players have to hedge. Their short puts were selling spot. So below 20k we're going to straight down to 17k, and from there on we can play bounces. Macro wise, losing 20k on the weekly could mean that sometime in the next few months we are going to retest this level between, let's see, like if we're going to do this like here, exactly this whole level between 10 and 13k is going to be retested with a high possibility. Why? Because losing this whole structure on the weekly firstly is bearish, so anything below 2017 high is a major break on the monthly structure, but also on the weekly. So that's that. And as I'd already told you, on chain we are going to see a lot of liquidations on ETH and on BTC. BTC below 20k and ETH below 1k. So these are the levels you want to watch. The risk return rate is really good if you're going to get long here at between 20 and 21k, and you can, if you get an average entry of 20.5 and put like a 5% stop loss, like at 19.5, any close below 19.5, I think you can close your spot buys. That's how I will play this time. Not going to use any leverage. Even if I use leverage max 1.5, but not higher than that. It doesn't make sense in using high leverage in such conditions. And looking back to the monthly, giving a bounce at the 2017 high could give us a nice bounce to at least 24.3. That's your first area of looking for any shorts, for a bearish retest, and maybe your first take profit if you bounce from this level. So that's your first take profit, and it's a good take profit. So now these 4k moves are like 20%. So as you can see, It's nearly 20%, so that's a really nice take profit area. And acceptance below, I've already said it yesterday. Acceptance above 24.3 could give us a retest of 28.5 again, and from there on we either break structure of this downtrend or we are going to get continuation to the downside again, retesting this level and then maybe going below. So bounces are always a possibility, but please don't think it's a generational bottom and then you're going to end up closing a trade at break even or even at a loss. So that's not the idea of playing bounces in a bear market. You want to be smart in these conditions and take any bounces you can take. So I think that's with BTC on the higher time frame, on the macro time frame, because the level you want to really watch is this 20k. Everything below that, and maybe take some time off the charts and wait for some better levels to get hit. Like as I said, first level the 17k, and after that it's this whole block between 10 and 13k. In between, I think like there is nothing here. This is going to get dumped back into this, not really range, but demand, and that's where you want to really go in. But for now, we are going to watch closely. This week is an important week. We got tomorrow, I think, the rate hike decision, maybe going to get the 75 base points. It's already priced in, but still it's a nice thing to look at. Exactly, so that's what you want to do. Wait for this area, or maybe look for short here, but I'm saying that with low leverage, even if I'm going to short, it's with 1x. So, and same with longs. In these times you don't want to over leverage because that doesn't make any sense. Wait for the bear market to play out, and in a long time, maybe in this time, take the time to learn, because that's the best time to learn why BTC is in a bear market, and then you can profit in the next bull run. Exactly, these are my words for BTC. Looking at the liquidation map, that's the Bybit liquidation map, you can see we got a lot of long liquidations at 20.3, so maybe we're going to take these out, and then as I said, my level will be between the all-time high like 20k and 20.5. 21 is a nice area to buy some spot with a small stop loss, because the next high liquidation area is at 30k, and that's really far away. So it's really possible that we are going to test 21.2, take these out, and then dump to at least like 20.5. That's what I'm looking at. Looking at ETH. So as you can see, ETH had a really strong dump in the last few days due to on-chain complications, especially with staked ETH on Celsius. So this has been dumping now for the last 4 days, and we lost our 1,730 area. As I said, everything below that is straight to 1,300. Didn't even bounce at 1,300, but this was if you're a breakout trader, this was a nice breakout trade, because you didn't get any bearish retest and didn't even get a bounce at this level, 1.3, 1.4, so really weak. And for now I'm looking at this 1,050, 1.1 area, kinda front run yesterday night, but still, as BTC, I think we are going to retest this level, maybe front run it, and then give a nice bounce. That's for BTC, that's what ETH I meant. Looking at the weekly, so weekly you can see why I'm saying if you lose 1k, it's going to be really rough, and you want to take some time off. Exactly, so because this whole area is you got this structure, like not really a range, you can call it whatever you want, but everything below 1000, and you can see it's a straight down to at least like 300-400 level. So you really don't want to lose ETH on 1000 on the weekly. Yes, we are going to get bounces on the way down because we got still strong levels and got the demand zones at 700. So these are also going to be levels you're going to play for bounces. But still, you know what I mean, on the macro time frame, it's still continuation of the downtrend, and that's not what we want to see. So everything below 1000 is huge sell pressure for the coming weeks and months. So we are going to play the bounce here. If we are going to get one risk return, same as BTC, we are going to play with a small like 5% or so, or maybe even if we get the entry at 1050, a 5% stop loss, and below 1k, that's the most the best entry you can get from now. And other than that, huge sell pressure, small bounces, and continuation, and maybe that's going to continue. So same as BTC, don't try to over leverage here. Also spot or 1x for now. And that's for ETH on the weekly, same nearly as BTC, as everything follows BTC. So moving on to the next one. So another coin I'm really interested in is BNB, and I've been saying it for the past few weeks, also in the last few market updates, I think. And as I said, we really did fail this week, so that's what we expected. Didn't quite get the bearish retest I was hoping for perfectly. We slightly got the deviation of the slow here at 319, and then continued the downtrend. For now, perfectly bounced at the low, gave a nice bounce. For anyone playing the bounce, good job. On the weekly, it needs to hold this level. Also on the daily, this $200 level is really strong level, and if we get clear acceptance below it, we are going to get a not straight, but a quick dump to 130 level. As I've been telling you that for a really long time, these strong pumps get dumped pretty quickly too. So watch out for BNB, maybe one more down below the low, and then I'm going to buy some spot between 195 and 200. Stop loss same, also everything is spot, so a 5% spot doesn't hurt too much if you manage your risk. Target will be probably somewhere between at 250, looking for that bearish retest and taking profit there if we bounce, otherwise getting stopped at 5%, because holding too long doesn't make sense, as we are going to get a strong downtrend towards this 130 level on, and the weekly looks terrible. As you can see, you got these 3 weekly candles giving us a pump from 44 till to nearly 300. So our first really strong demand zone is here at 37 to 47. So BNB is really looking bad if we lose the $200 level. So that's what I really hope we are going to hold this. Otherwise, looking for a bearish retest of this 205 level and holding for quite some time, also with low leverage, 1x I'm talking, or you're going to long with spot. That's with BNB. Another coin I've been watching is Solana. So Solana On the daily, we lost the 36 level, and for now I still think we are going to get a dump to this 21 to 23 level, and from there on we can re-evaluate the situation. But this can be a nice spot buy for a bounce to at least 36. Yeah, that's for Solana, nothing special, but also strong levels approaching, and same if BNB below 21, a straight dump continuation towards single digits again probably. So first level is probably 11. We got this kind of range demand zone, and after that it's single digits at $8. I will be looking. So macro wise, a lot of altcoins on important levels lose them, and you can expect easily 50% more down. So don't think because it dumped, a lot of altcoins dumped 60, 70, maybe 90%, they can't go down another 50%. Trust me, they can, and they will if we lose these important monthly, weekly macro levels. So please take caution and don't even use leverage. Maybe just some spot buys for any bounces. Looking now at stocks, we got the SP 500 futures now. Also got our bearish retest here of 4,150, and then continue the downtrend. Like got 10% down. I'm looking now for 3,700 area to give a bounce. Let's see how futures and how stocks in general are going to open today. Tech stocks took a beating yesterday. Some went even down to 5 to 15%, so same as crypto markets. So also in a bear market since January, got some few bounces but nothing more. Now continuing the downtrend. First really strong level on the weekly is this level I've been mentioning now for quite some time, to 3,200 level. So that's where you might get our false bounce, or our pre-COVID crash level is 3,400. So these are some levels you can remember and play bounces also in correlation with BTC. So watch out for that. Looking at the dollar index, it's been really rallying again. So got this deviation. Got this deviation here, and then dump to 100, but we did hold the 100 now above 105, and this could rally to 109, or maybe 108, 109 is the first level you want to look for a rejection. With the dollar index being really strong, it has always been in not really correlation but anti-correlation, so BTC moving the opposite from the dollar index. So watch out for any strength on the DXY, as BTC may continue its dump. Lastly, looking at the total market cap, crypto market cap, so first level you want to see is this 812, and may finally get a bounce, hopefully. And that's the level you want to watch, but also weekly broke down, so this may just be a small bounce, retest of $1 trillion, and then continuing more down. So I think that's it for the macro update for this. Actually, I want to show you some info on chain, but unfortunately the website is laying and not working, so next time I'm going to do that. If you have any questions, my DMs are always open, So if you need any help, just DM me and I'm going to give any updates as I can give. I hope you enjoyed this and have a great one. Bye.